folks. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We made it to the beginning of the weekend, and we have two weather systems to talk about here coming up. So let's get right to it, and I figured we'd just cut right to the chase for total snowfall from today through Sunday morning. So what we have is an Alberta clipper today. That's going to hit the west central side of the state, basically from Grand Rapids to south of Traverse City, west side, Ludington, Manistee, Muskegon, Big Rapids, and then a snow system coming out of Iowa will hit the southern half or central half of the state on Saturday night. So here we go. So again, cutting to the chase, this is the total snowfall forecast through Sunday morning. Hey, good morning, John Ellsworth from Wolverine Lake in Oakland County, and Catherine Cyphers from Grass Lake. Good morning to you, and Bunny Smoker from Bronson. I'm not sure where Bronson is. Where is Bronson? David Feinblum wants to be in that swath. So what you see here, 6 to 8 inches of total snowfall near Ludington through Muskegon, Big Rapids to Grand Rapids. That's a combination of a burst of snow this afternoon and this evening, wind-driven snow, and then some of the swath of snow of 3 to 5 inches coming through Saturday afternoon, Saturday night for that region. Then you look at the darker blue, Saginaw, Flint, Port Huron, north side of Detroit, north side of Ann Arbor, into Kalamazoo and Lansing, and north to Cadillac. That's a 4 to 6 inch area of snow. That's for maybe an inch or two today with the Alberta Clipper, this evening, I should say, and then 3 to 5 inches with the Iowa storm system on Saturday night, Sunday. And you go northern third of the state, Traverse City northward, and you're looking at just a couple of inches. And you go south of I-94, and you're looking at just a couple of inches. Oh, okay, Wanda Miller, Bronson is around the Kalamazoo area. Okay. Joe Narwat, whiteout conditions in Grand Rapids today, Mark. I think the word whiteout is overused. You'll get some blowing and drifting, but I don't think you'll have whiteout conditions. Gary Emery, any snow for Gladwin? Yeah, you're probably 2 or 3 inches by the time it's all said and done. Okay, so only advisories in effect are for the current, the Alberta Clipper coming today, and that's a winter weather advisory from Benzie County southward into the Grand Rapids area and Holland area. But notice the winter weather advisories in Iowa aimed east into northwest Illinois, southwest Wisconsin now. So that gives you the trajectory probably of where we'll have winter weather advisories issued for Saturday night. All right, now what we're going to look at is we're going to decipher between the two models that I'm using for this storm system or this situation, and that is the European model, of course, always, and the North America model, a very good model. It goes out mostly to about 60 hours. So any model, when you get to its last, let's say, last 25% of its time period run, it's not that good. So the NAM is good through 36 hours out to maybe 48. So we're right on the edge of where I'd believe it. It's a better model for snow forecasting than the European or others, but it's still just a little bit out at its time frame. So we'll look at that, and there's only about a 2-county difference north or south on that. So here's your European model. Let me get it expanded out here for you so we can see it on this Friday morning. Hey, hopefully everybody's had a good week and you're going to have a great weekend. Just be careful on the driving. Let's see here. So, all right, so this is this afternoon off of the European. Not the greatest on Alberta Clippers, but it's pretty good. So there you see, this is 7 o'clock this evening, snowing from Benzie County, Traverse City, down in along the western shoreline, and spurts of snow everywhere else, but nothing real significant. And by morning, that's gone. Then tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., tomorrow 7 p.m. So tomorrow afternoon is when the snow starts to develop. Hey, good morning, Andre from Waterford. The snow starts to develop Saturday afternoon. Now, Saturday overnight, so this would be 1 a.m. Sunday. So that's where the bulk of your snow will fall. So, hey, you know what's going to happen here is some of us will go to sleep Saturday night, wake up Sunday morning to a pretty fresh blanket of 3 to 5 inches of new snow. So this is the European. Just kind of remember that in your head. European, Saturday night, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, 1 p.m. So basically, it's a Saturday night, Saturday evening, Saturday night, early Sunday morning snowfall. And then as we go out, we get into colder air. We get some spurts of snow Monday. Nothing really put together. And it looks like the storm track for the next 10 days kind of shifts to the south. We're out again, Europeans end of time frame, and so it's not always the greatest, but it shows an Alberta clipper. But the point being is going to slow down a little bit as we get into some colder air. Now, here's the NAM, the North American model, does well on the Alberta clippers. Here it is. So this is for this afternoon. You got snow showers, Saginaw to Flint to Lansing. You've got heavier snow along US 31, 131 down the shoreline of western Lake Michigan. Kind of a nasty situation. This is in the evening. It swings on through. So it's not a widespread snowstorm, but it's a wind-blown snow. Kenny Hatch, will this be wet and heavy like the snow earlier this week? No, these will transition to about a normal weight. I wouldn't call it fluffy and I wouldn't call it heavy. Now, this is Saturday, 1 in the afternoon, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see the snow starting to develop. This is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, here's the difference. So the European or the North American model that we're looking at right now is a little bit farther to the north with the snow, and it even has a rain snow line through Lansing and Flint. I think that's a little too far north, maybe about 1 or 2 counties, okay? But shows the same scenario, a Saturday night snow, and by Sunday morning, it's done. So let's look at the snowfall forecast from the European, and you can see its swath of 3 to 5 inches on Saturday night is from Oakland County to Lansing, through Grand Rapids, to Saginaw, the Thumb, to Bay City, Mount Pleasant. Okay. Probably a pretty good placement. Might be probably a pretty good placement, actually. And now the North American model, same kind of snowfall totals, but shifted a county or two north. It's 3 to 5 is Saginaw to Grand Rapids to, say, Houghton Lake or so. And let's just take a quick look at temperatures. And guess what? We're going into winter. Hey, Toby Eyestone, good morning, Whitehall. That's a great little area. Kind of a hidden gem, wouldn't you say? Probably didn't want me to tell people about that. Today, low 30s for highs. Tomorrow, colder. Imagine that. Highs in the 20s. And Sunday, highs in the 20s. And Monday, maybe highs struggling to get to 20. Tuesday, maybe in the teens. Wednesday, in the teens. Thursday, back to the upper 20s. Friday, 20s. Next Saturday, 9 days out, low 30s. And then another cold blast of air. And we'll take a look at the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day forecast. So here's your 6 to 10 day forecast, and that shows colder than normal conditions, drier than normal. Candy Vic, so Jackson is safe. Jackson is probably over the whole weekend. You could get 2, maybe 3 inches in Jackson. So I don't know if you call that safe or not. And so let's see, 8 to 14 day forecast starting to lessen up the cold. That's out to February 9th. And I'll tell you something. I'm watching something that I know you want to know. How long is this next cold snap last? You know, we had a very mild January. So does that mean February we go into the deep freeze right now? And I'm going to write about this on Monday once we get past this stormy period. But right now, I have some extended data that shows the colder than normal temperatures moderate and let up about February 9th to 13th, somewhere in there, and go to slightly warmer than normal temperatures and last for a couple of weeks. That puts us almost to March. That makes you wonder, after this cold snap, is winter done? Certainly we would have snow or snowstorms or even a big snowstorm in March or early April. But what I'm saying is a continuous week of harsh winter weather with highs in the 20s. Is that done by February 9th to 13th? Right now, it's appearing as though it is. And with the warm air that we have around and no major cold source, that certainly seems plausible. So there's a look into the extended. But for now, a burst of snow this afternoon, this evening on the west side of the state will get fairly nasty fairly quickly. So if you're going to travel today, do it now. And then Saturday's snow comes in the afternoon, evening, overnight, and down Sunday morning. So if you're going to travel on Saturday, do it in the first half of the day before noon or early afternoon, and then wait until Sunday afternoon, and then get the cold weather gear out, because we do have about a week at least of winter coming, maybe 2 weeks. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I will issue a post tomorrow morning updating on the snowfall, and we'll have that swath of snow fine-tuned now. You got to admit, we're pretty doggone good when it gets pretty close. So take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great weekend.